Okay, so I have a 2010 Corolla for replacing the front speakers real quick, and just going to run through how to do that. You need a power screwdriver, a regular old Phillips screwdriver, some dikes or wire cutters, a very small flathead screwdriver, a couple panel pullers. These are nylon reinforced, not metal, don't use metal. We're going to do the first step here, and that's going to be removing covers. So right behind here, there's a little cover, you just pop that out. Use a Phillips screwdriver behind that, and same thing here, pull that cover off, pull that screw out, then this right here, just pull straight up, you pull that out, and there's a couple wire harnesses. So let's go to the next step. Okay, so the door panel's getting pulled off. I really wish the sun wasn't right there. The connecting points are just pop pins. You just want to go to each area and pop the pin using this side of your tool. Get in there, pop. Easy as that. As you pull it off, this piece just slides off. It's held on in two clips and just pops right off. It's actually really easy to deal with. The wire harness is a little bit different. A wire harness that hooks up to the power window controls. There's a push button on the side like normal. My difference is that this slides up first and then the harness comes out. If you just try to pull this all as one, it isn't going to go. So that's kind of a weird design. Haven't seen one like that on a door, but anyways, you want to go ahead. Okay, so you have your whizzer cone here, and I'm going to be putting 5.5s in. You normally would be putting 6.5s. In this case, that's all I could get in the speaker that I wanted, so no big deal. We're going to want to start removing this little harness. Once again, just push button, squeeze, and it comes right out. Next step is a little unorthodox. I don't like buying the spacers or whatever they have, especially because they're usually made of crappy plastic. Believe it or not, this composite material they use on the stock for the car is actually better. So you're going to take a Phillips screwdriver, stick it in one end, and just drag it around in a circle, just like that. Pull your cone out. You can see a little crappy voice coil in there, nothing special. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to utilize the casing of the speaker to mount our new speaker. So you're going to want it, believe it or not, it's plastic all the way through, which is kind of really crappy. But I'm going to cut all the connections off, including the speaker connector. You don't want to damage that because we're actually going to reuse that, and I'll show you in a second. Such a focus issue with this camera. Okay, so jam it in there, and it's actually going to pull this out. See? Now we can actually have a straight connection to your speaker. In this case, it's going to be hooking to a crossover, so put that out to the side. Finish cutting our little speaker out. Let's see what we got here. It's a real piece of crap. You'll see in a second. Neodymium magnet. It's just not very high quality, of course. This is probably as crappy as they get. You're not going to get very good sound quality, especially because the coil actually sits above the magnet. Neodymium magnets are good in the fact that you can recess the coil, but on these cheaper models they don't do that. It ends up giving you good music when you turn it up low, but as soon as you turn it up high, it's crap. So anyways, that's garbage. Clean this out, and that's it. And even good too, in the back here there's a dampening pad to keep it from rattling the inside. So we'll come right back. We're going to use silicone, and that's good. It's going to seal our speaker in. Actually, let's take a look at one that's drying already. 5.5 fits right in there. You just drop it in. I told you about having the harness. It hooks directly into my crossover, and it plugs into the factory harness, which is really neat. That runs up to a tweeter that I installed up in the top end here. I really hate the fact the sun's right there. So when you first install it, it's going to want to like walk out a little bit. It'll hold, and don't let it trick you because it will fall out. Just take a screw, put one in the bottom. You're not putting it, you're just kind of putting it in sideways, and that's just to hold the speaker in place while your silicone sets up. And this will give you the best possible holding on your speaker, because screws are always going to come loose. Silicone, it's forever. In this case, I use 1 hour silicone by GE, and you just put it on there 1 hour. It's dry, it's good to go, and you'll never have any kind of issue as far as rattling, because it's going to glue in there and it's never coming out. So that's it.